Welcome to day 6 of the free-to-play coronet guide. Today we'll be getting the challenge done in the events. Just want to highlight some stuff for prep. You're going to want to ascend your loaded time to 10 star. You may be wondering how you're going to get that last copy guaranteed. Well, you're going to go over to the hero altar. You're going to click down here to make sure each type, and you're just going to want to leave. You're going to quick select, but you're going to want to leave, a few. I would say 8 is fine. The rows of 5, so 8, and you'll decompose, and you'll eventually get to 4,000, which I had already done. You're going to go over to the guild shop, and down here in the hero shop, you're going to get your Lord of Time copy, and then that will allow you to get your 10-star Lord of Time. Another thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to obtain your 15,000. You'll notice if you click there, you'll have the 15,000 to upgrade your Night Eater to 8-star. It's going to be really close. Where did I end up off? I could use gems to buy some more. But I'm 200 over, so 15.2 thousand. 15.2k. Highlight, I actually went in here, did all of mine. And I purchased the 5 scrolls down here and redeemed over in the floor 1 the 10 scrolls here. So that's 15 premium scrolls you can get. I also went to the Dragon Spine Tower and I went to tower support and bought these 25 right here. But other than that, you shouldn't really need to purchase too much more. You should be able to climb, into the 400s. I'll show you the team in a second, what you can use. But what I do recommend is on this day, just wait and hold before you purchase your two crystals, unless you're confident you're going to get it. That way, if you really needed to, you could purchase some draws, like to get, whatever you need to get to the 15,000. Remember, these count towards it as well. They're only 1 point each, but if you've been buying them through the trade center this whole time, like you're here, they slowly add up. Another thing you'll want to prep is make sure at this point you should have your 4th codex. Just push up as high as you can. You should be in the 20s. And the solo, you should be at least a 20 or a little bit further, depending on which setup it was. And 20. So you should have 20 for both. Over here, just keep pushing all the stuff. Just a few last things I want to talk about. For your heroes, even if you don't have a weapon that fits, you can stick any weapon on them. So for instance, let me just remove this. For instance, my Revenant Knight. I go here, there's nothing. Just click the all button and select, a weapon. As you'll see, as you notice, I do have, an extra gold weapon I pulled during it. I'm not going to use that because that would be a disadvantage that you wouldn't be able to have. I do have one on my Celestial Spear that I got, but I feel comfortable with using that. I could probably still take it off. But the reason why I feel comfortable is because if you're still lacking damage, which I have zero doubt that you will, you can go to your events. Time event, since you pulled for this, you'll have the shop, and you can buy, your Celestial Spear weapon. So this is something you can redeem and, just get yourself a little bit more damage. Make sure you've fully upgraded your weapon on. Most important is to upgrade your Night Eater's weapon. I linked 2 regular 3-star weapons to it to give it more power, and it's 3-star fully. Yours should be same power or higher, 292, 520. You're gonna want to make sure you get your Judgment Sword. I enhance it for as much power as I can. The blessings, you're gonna want to attack on both of them. And I hope they keep this event around. I'm not sure, so I haven't claimed it, but because you're able to push up, if they keep this forever, so many good rewards. But I want to highlight specifically, you do get to choose. It's not random, it's prepared. Pick one. So because you have the weapon, when you get this, if it's still around, pick the boots for the top row. That'll give you the set bonus. And boots are most important to upgrade first eventually because you can get speed on them. And then when you get to 420, you can get this. I recommend getting the Stone Ward because, all these are really good. This resurrecting one giving invincibility to all targets resurrected. That's really good, but certain teams don't use a Reser later on. Damage increase when a teammate is killed. That's also interesting as well. But I think this one's very valuable even later on because, it removes all stuns or anything potentially on you. And this is going to be stronger, give you more stats than the ones you currently have. So obviously grab this and put it on your damage dealer. I'm obviously not going to because I'm not sure if it'll be here forever. Another thing I want to point out is that you should be right around the 18,000 mark. There's certain spots you can push to get a little bit more. This gives you a ton of stats. I'm also not going to claim this for now. But one spot you can get a little bit extra juice from is in the Abyss. The Relics. And you can just buy a couple of these epics. Each one you buy is 30 points towards it. So if you're right on the cusp, you can purchase that. You can also pull your free pulls here to get the just extra copies of epics or potentially gold to try and get to the 18,000 because that is another huge stat boost that's going to make your life easier. And so let's quickly go back to the Dragon Spine Tower. This is the team if you're struggling to get past 400. This is the team I've been using to get past it. I have Revenant Knight up front, and it's just been going pretty smooth. So I actually didn't test really how far it would get, but just wanted to show you that this is the team I've been using. So just push as far as I can, and obviously once we get the next coronet, it'll just go that much smoother. And so it's still just pushing up. So you should be able to, all of this is going to make you stronger and stronger. Just all free stats. All right, maybe you could retry and get it again, but not needed for now. At this point, I'll make sure I upgrade with the few stats I have. And the last one, look at that, we're 225. Another thing I want to point out is I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 champions, at least 9-star or higher, which you should have. Sharing the levels now, they're all 225 or higher. I could go and ascend some more champions, which would give more power, but I think I'm in a good spot. 235 or 2.4 million roughly. So in my guide, I've used Luminescence a ton. I wanted to highlight Revenant Knight this time, so this is what I'm going to try and use to clear it. Yeah. Let's just double check, make sure I put the weapon back on. I think I did for a Revenant Knight. Other things we can look at is I did pick up one last thing just to highlight it before I forget. I did pick up both of these and they're currently on champions. All right, so let's get a crack at it. Hopefully it goes pretty smooth. And probably should just crush it. As long as we don't get stunned. No one was stunned. If you get stunned, you might need to restart it there. And like I said, in my guide in the Discord, there's tons of different groups. I usually use Luminescence here and Stun and try and set up a certain strategy. But Revenant Knight is really good for this one just because you can essentially lock out their enemy DK and make it so he's not going to do too much. So let's hope I didn't speak too soon. Might need to restart it. And we did get stunned, but I think we're fine still. And sometimes you do need to restart these a few times. So don't get sad if you don't clear it first try. But it's looking pretty good at the moment. And this should be it. And we did it. And sweet, we did get it. From here, we can just check to see if how much of a difference just straight up the coronet, if it's going to make any difference here. Not quite, but that's fine. At this point, just another thing to highlight, you should be around 30, 32. Later on today, there is going to be the championship. I'm not going to attend it, but you definitely want to make sure you're in at least 256 to enter, I believe it is. I think it says it right here. Yeah, you need to be top 256 in arena. So make sure you're still up in the 256 and you're guaranteed 2,000 arena coins, which is another crystal. And other than that, just keep pushing along. Obviously, anyone starting right now, you're going to have tons of extra gems. Hopefully they keep adding different events like this for future players. And yeah, just I want to highlight, if you can push this, watch how much of a difference it is for stats. Excuse me, click the wrong spot. This is why it's really recommended, because right now we have 6,400 attack. Once we have that and you start it up, it goes from 6,400 to 16,000. So you're getting 9,600 extra attack to all of your heroes. So you could only imagine how much easier that second coronet would have been if I had just picked that up beforehand. And well, thank you again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and let me know if there's anything else you want to see. And have a great day.